Hey y'all, how you doing today? So my last video was the construction of this lap book. Now I don't think I'll be able to get the entire thing in camera, and so I'm not sure how this is going to work. I will have to do it sections at a time, but let's talk about the fabric first. So we'll start with this one here. I was looking in my fabric stash. So I have a huge hall closet and it's full of fabric. And I came across this and I was like, well, I guess that'll have to do. I was going to settle for it, but it was not the right color. So I coffee dyed it, as you can see from this edge here, because I left the selvage on. And as it was drying in the dryer, I was putting the rest of it away because I do have several yards of this. I happened to look up, and on the very top shelf I found a clear, or well, like a see-through Sterilite container, and I forgot that I had this fabric here. And so I was like, oh man, isn't it great to have friends? I have people just text me or call me, or I'll meet them out somewhere and they'll be like, oh hey, I got a bag of stuff for you in the car. And these two things just happen to be one of it. Now this is kind of like a velour feeling, and I thought that that might look good, but then I came across this, and this is not real leather, I don't think. I do believe, just because of the inside there, that it is faux leather, but this is the perfect fabric for this. So what I'm gonna do is stretch this out, and like I said, I can't fit all of this in my screen, so we will be doing this in sections at a time. So let me just make sure that that's flat, and I have already designated my front inside cover and my front outside cover, just to know which end goes where, because we had a little boo-boo that I did not realize until after I was done videoing. When I was putting this together, one of these pieces here, the 9x6 piece, actually had 4 instead of 3 layers, and so I had to make I had to cut some more of this. And my last video, when I was constructing this, I said it was a 9x6. It's actually 9x12 chipboard, and I cut it to 9x6. So I had to do a little doctoring, and because I had to do that after it was already constructed, it only folds in that way comfortably. So I have that about center, and it is a little bit too long, but we're gonna flip it over, and I am going to start from the very center. And so because of the way this fabric looks, I don't think that I will have any bleed through. However, I am going to mush this glue down just to make sure that there's no bumps in it, and that I don't get any glue seeping at all. So we're just gonna do one of these numbers. And I'm using Fabri-Tac for this. I use Fabri-Tac for just about everything, because you know what, it's probably easier for me to do it this way. Get the sides there. Okay, now I can flip it back over. Okay, but I need it to go up some. I like Fabri-Tac because it gives you enough time to move things around, but when it's dry, it's dry. Okay, let me just flip that over now and make sure that I have it straight. Okay, so this is how we're gonna do that. I'm just gonna start from this side, and we're going to put a little bit more glue right there, and we're going to do this in sections because even though it doesn't dry that quick, like, you know, like art glitter glue, I never used that before, and I happen to have some Amazon 5% cash back dollars saved up, and so I got me some, and that glue dries so quick that I'm kind of a slow crafter, and that stuff just dries way too quick for me. You know, not that I don't like it, but unless you know exactly what's going where when you put that glue down, forget about it if you make a mistake, because that's where it's staying. That's what I figured out, and that is just my personal experience. You know, so I don't necessarily hate or dislike art glitter glue. It's just you got to be very precise with it. Otherwise you're going to have to start all over, and I am not good at being precise. So that's not really the glue for me, but I will use it. And I don't know, maybe after I use it a few times, it'll grow on me and I will use it more. Who knows? Okay. Yeah, I'm in camera there. Yeah, yesterday when I was doing a video, I think I did 2 videos yesterday. The first one, I don't know what happened, but it would not, my phone would not airdrop to my TV. And I don't know what I did, but it's working now. So thank goodness, because otherwise I wouldn't know if I was still on screen or not, because this is so huge. I want to say I measured it, and it's like 31 or 31 and a half inches long. That's pretty long. And after I constructed it, and then I was checking to see how this fabric was going to fit and did I have enough, I'm not entirely sure how that's going to work with me leaving an inch of space in between so the 2 inside covers don't meet. I'm not sure if that was a mistake to do that or not, but as Bob Ross said, there's no mistakes, only happy accidents. So we'll see what happens. I don't know how long this is going to take me to make, but we'll see. I do have an idea of what to put in there, and honestly I forget who I was watching the other day, because it was somebody that I just recently came across. I want to say Tina from Victoria Designs. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I recently came across her channel. She was next up in queue. And I try not to use so many digitals in my stuff because I try to keep it more authentic. But her videos are really great if you're, well, not all of them, but let me flip this around. But the majority of her videos are really great for beginners because she explains every detail as she's doing it and why. However, the video that I came across last night was a folio, and so I think I'm going to be able to take her idea and enlarge it a little bit, if you will, so it will fit in that 1 inch gap that I have there, and then I won't have to worry about it because the inside covers will have something there to keep it so they don't like flop around, if you know what I mean. But I want to say that particular video, because I did watch a couple of hers since I had never seen her before, that particular video for what, and actually she wasn't the one making it, it was somebody else, and I forget that woman's name, but that woman, she had said that that particular video was not necessarily for beginners. It was more for, you know, not expert only crafters, but crafters that have a little bit more knowledge. So I'm not really a beginner, but I'm not an expert either. So I'm sure that I could have followed it. But she has so many videos out that I was just kind of video hopping to see, you know, just check her out since I hadn't seen her before. So she's got a lot of good stuff. Although the videos that I kept coming across, the majority of them were folios, and I don't tend to make folios. I make full journals. But I will, and I have made a folio before, a couple of them. It's just I prefer to make a full-size journal. Usually when I'm making a folio, it's because I'm making it as a companion to the journal that I happen to be making at the time. So I'll end up having to see how, I'll have to figure out how I can make that so it's like just shy of an inch, and then it should fit in there perfectly. So I just need to do a little bit more research, watch a few more people, and see how they make their folios. I do watch Julie from Camellia Craft Designs, and she makes a lot of folios. Actually, everything that's popping up from her lately for me and my queue is like 2 and 3 years old. So I did subscribe, so I do get her new ones. But most of what I'm coming across is like tags and mini folios, pockets. I think that's the one that popped up yesterday. Her new one was all about pockets and tags, I think. Okay. So this part is going to be interesting. And I did not pick out anything for the inside yet, as far as am I going to use paper? Am I going to use fabric? Because I really like that fabric. That kind of matched with this one. But I kind of want paper inside and not fabric. So I'll probably just end up putting fabric in these spots here, so you can't see what's going on there. So yeah, I'm sure you can't see. Oh, maybe you can see what I'm doing. You can actually. I got almost the whole thing in view here. I'm surprised. I gotta get that glue glob off my finger. Okay, well, it doesn't want to come off. All right, glue everywhere. Okay, let's do the other side. This is actually working pretty well. But yeah, when I realized yesterday that one of my sides only had 2, and the other side had ended up with 4, because these, yeah, I'm kind of really disappointed in this cardstock. It is not the same thing that I ordered last time. It is not as thick, and I don't really care for this one. I mean, it's not terrible. It's just very, very thin. The cardstock that I had bought the last time I needed it was thick enough that it was almost like book cover thick. So, all right, try not to break anything here. So I don't actually need all of that. Let me cut some of that off. All right, oh, here they are. So I'm just gonna cut a little bit of this off because we don't need all that. It'll just add bulk. And I don't miter my corners. Oh, you know what? Yeah, I don't miter my corners like most people do because I always seem to cut it incorrectly. So I should have put those corners down first and I didn't. So there we go. So we'll do that right now and then get to the ends. Okay, good. Not right. See, it dries solid, but there it still gave me enough time to pull that up, and that's what I like about Fabrifix. It also goes by Fabri-Tac and 3-in-1. I believe all three of those are from Beacon. Put a little bit more glue down here. So yeah, since I didn't pick out what I'm gonna do there, I think I do want paper in there. So this is the only thing this video is gonna be about today, is just putting this cover on. It is a monster. And then I'm gonna have to go through and decide if I want digitals or do I want some of my hand-dyed papers to be on the inside covers of these. I don't know. I got some really good designs in my for my hand-dyed paper. I just have to look through it because I prefer to use cardstock for the inside cover if I'm going to be using paper. And I'm not sure exactly what I have as far as cardstock goes. That's not coming out as a good miter. All right, squish that in there and see if it'll work. Or maybe it's that corner. Yeah, my corners never come out really good. And I know that that's just practice. I've only been doing this about 2 years, so doesn't have to be perfect. I do need a little bit more glue right there though. Okay. And now I need to cut off a little bit of this side because that's way too much. And I'm gonna keep these parts right here so I can make a tassel. Let me pull that out. There we go. I don't know why I didn't do that first, but I probably didn't think about it because this thing is so large. I've never made one this large before. We gotta tuck that in there and add some more glue. Yeah, this is going to be fun. I'm really excited to see how this is going to turn out because I was so stoked when I found this fabric here. I forgot I had it. But there's also a whole bunch of other stuff in there, like my friend's wife was trying sewing. I guess she was taking a few sewing classes and she didn't like the outcome, and so he gave me a whole bunch of stuff. And when I looked through the bag that he gave me and I was looking at what she was trying to do, I don't know where she went for this sewing class, but what I can tell you is that whoever designed that class that she took did not design it for beginners. Because there was stuff in there, you know, and I make quilts. There was stuff in there that I don't even either know how to do or I can't do it correctly because I am not an expert in quilting. I just love it, and everything that I make comes out looking good after some practice, you know. But they were talking about it. I I think, I don't know, something with interfacing and round and zippers, and I don't do that stuff. I make quilts. Okay. So let me just put a little bit more glue underneath these edges, because I should have put it on the fabric itself, not on the card, the chipboard. And I probably could have cut some of that off, but that's why I want to use cardstock for the inside, because it is thicker. Okay, let's see what we got here. Fold, fold, fold. All right, y'all, this is gonna look good. I cannot wait to get going on this. I am super excited. I'm gonna have to call up my friend and thank him, because this could not have been a better fabric choice for this book here. All right, so I'm gonna call that a day. I am going to let it dry a little bit more and then glue down any other necessary parts. And my next video will be doing the inside cover. I gotta go look through my stash while this is drying. So I hope everybody's having a crafty day, and don't have any happy mail yet. Hopefully there will be some in the mailbox tomorrow, so I can do a happy mail video, because it's been a minute that I've gotten any. So we'll see. If you want to join, all the information for the Happy Mail movement is going to be down in the description box below. For those of you that don't know how to get there, right underneath the video, there'll be a word that says more in highlighted, like bold. Just tap on that and the description box will open up and it'll give you all the information in there. So have a crafty day, and I will see you soon.